Hey everybody, Grit21 back with another video. In today's video it's going to be a little interesting. I'm going to be doing a computer case swap with my home server. For the last couple of months I've had a 28 terabyte home server in a computer case that I don't enjoy servicing or working in. I will kind of take you guys along for the journey, talk about my reasons for changing the case, what case I am you could maybe call it a downgrade, but to me I think it's an upgrade because of the case that I chose. And yeah, so hopefully it should be a fun experience, and I'll see if I can set up the camera to maybe do some kind of a timeline if I've got enough space to do that. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so this is my current computer case. This is a Corsair, I think this is a 7000D computer case. It's not a bad case for some, however for me it is a bad case, and I'll kind of explain why. First of all, tempered glass. I do not enjoy tempered glass. I think that tempered glass in a case is stupid. I really kind of tired of the trend of having tempered glass in computer cases because it's just too many chances for it to shatter. In fact, that's actually why I've kept the plastic cellophane stuff on it. No, I'm not taking it off. It's staying. If the glass breaks, I want something to be able to sort of catch it or prevent it from breaking. So I have left the plastic on the case since I bought it. The other issue is that this case is incredibly heavy. In order for me to actually lift the case, I have to take off this side panel and this side panel, and there are no handles on this computer case, front or back. And this is kind of a problem because obviously computer cases can get up to several pounds as you add more equipment and more gear into it and stuff. And being that I am potentially moving soon in the middle of the year here, I need something that's lighter and easier to deal with. So there's that. So this case is too heavy. I don't like the glass. This side panel is incredibly heavy just by itself. So that's really annoying and just adds to the weight. There's also an excessive amount of wasted metal in this case. I took off all the inner doors that this case has because I didn't use them. I saw absolutely no point in having them, and it made for serviceability just impossible. Also too, to load drives in, I have to load it in from the back, and I don't really like that. I'll be able to just, front load load the drives from this direction and then just plug everything in the back. So that's also a bit of a problem for me. I will be holding on to a couple of these drive cages because these came to me free from Corsair. Thank you, Corsair, for sending these to me. They may or may not be compatible with the case that I'm going to be using, but where there's a will, there's a way. So that is my reasoning for getting rid of this case, and I will go ahead and go over to my office space and show you the case that I am going to be putting my server in and why. So the case I'm going to be using is the ever classic Corsair 780T. I love this case, actually. I wanted this case when I had built the White Yeti years ago. This is kind of the bigger brother. And by the way, yes, I vinyl wrapped my case recently, but this is the bigger brother to the 760T. And it's just so much easier of a case to, its office is small. It's so much easier of a case to service. I mean, be able to get into it like that with that kind of easily removable door is really nice. The back is the same way as far as opening and closing. It has like a handle-like feel to it, so I can lift and carry the server out when I need to clean it, service it, whatever. And I just think this was just a better choice as a whole. Yes, there's only room for 6 drives in here, but with some ingenuity you could get like a 5 1/4 inch adapter, which I do have, to add some more drives into. I just think it's just a better case to service and to work in. I don't know, I like it. I'm happy to have it, and I'll be putting the server in this case. So without further ado and too much talking later, go ahead and I guess just start the build in this. Where? Alright, so a little method to the madness. I want to be able to I want to be able to put the drives back in their corresponding ports on the motherboard. So I'm trying to number each cable and each drive so it goes in exactly with the way that it came out. And not that I've been told TrueNAS particularly cares, but I care, and I want to make sure that it's correct and I have successful transfer. So I'm gonna just number everything in here and load it in one at a time. Hi everybody, Future Good here. In the middle of me editing my video that I shot about doing the case transfer with the motherboard for my server and everything, I realized I had some slight misinformation regarding transferring the fans and the connector that I had mentioned in the video, and also being very tired. I don't think I was thinking with quite the straightest of head. I did eventually end up swapping the fans from the 7000D to the 780T, and they work just fine. Also, I did do a test boot, and everything in the TrueNAS server that I had, all the hard drives, SSD, came up just fine and worked successfully. So basically, the entire project was a success, and the server is now living in the 780T. It was just a very tough and very long, just a really long project. I also had a really busy day like earlier in the day, so I think I was probably like half tired when I made the video, so that's kind of what sort of happened a little bit. But otherwise, I'm really happy with a 780T case right now. I will be giving the 7000D to one of my friends for them to enjoy, although I may use it future down the road. We'll see. But otherwise, I think that getting an older case was probably a better choice, honestly. I just feel like that newer computer cases really aren't as good as they used to be, and there's a lot of compromises that have to be made when considering a case or buying a case. Unfortunately, what really ended up happening was when I wanted to go build my server, the 7000D was really the only choice that Micro Center had at the time, and it wasn't really like my ideal configuration. And then as I got to using it, I realized that just the weight of the case, the tempered glass, the overall size of it and stuff just was kind of, for now, a little bit more than what I need. I know that usually traditionally servers are in bigger cases or rack mounted and stuff, but for a small home user like myself, having just a larger storage volume to store things temporarily or permanently, depending as the case may be, because I do use that server as a project server with another friend of mine as well, so a lot of data gets transferred back and forth and stuff and over long distances and such. So just for right now, I think that for the configuration that I have, it's probably suitable, but down the road, I'm definitely considering some different configuration options. I'm thinking of maybe having like a Proxmox server and then like a rack-mounted storage server. I'm not really too sure what I want to do. I know one of the things I would definitely like to do is add some SSD storage, so I could have like some hard storage and then like some fast storage and kind of bounce data back and forth based on the project demand and what currently has to get done, kind of a thing. So that is the future plan. But for right now, for the here and now, while I'm still living where I am right now, I think that just sort of making and having a case that is manageable for me and be able to just, if I need to go service the server or take it out to basically just do general dusting out or whatever, the 7000D is just not an optimal case for me to own at this time. So, but otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concern regarding this video, please drop them in the comment section down below. You guys know I usually do read them. I know also some people had some questions regarding a follow-up video to my Govee heater discussionary video. That is on my mind to do. I just haven't felt like I've had the time exactly to give it a lot of work and consideration. It's something I would definitely want to talk about more. My plan was hoping to maybe like read some comments between like YouTube comments and the subreddit from Govee, because it is a little bit concerning still. But until then, that video is kind of temporarily on the back burner as I sort of think about how I want to plan it and execute that video properly and give it the the production that it definitely deserves and all that jazz. So otherwise, I don't think I have any other projects planned at the moment. So yeah, but please, if you want to as well, check out my live stream. I have been streaming on and off lately as I've sort of felt like it. It's just kind of the phase of life I'm in. I'm just streaming when I feel like I want to, rather than putting a pressure of a schedule on myself kind of a thing. So if you guys want to check out my live stream, you can go to twitch.tv/Grid21. And if I happen to be live when I'm there, hope to see you there. And otherwise, I'll see you in the comments and on my socials. So thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your weekend, if you're seeing this on a weekend. Otherwise, have a good rest of your year. Catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.